check. 1, 2, boom. It's just like, wow.
Poika.
Holy moly.
Oh, yeah. Monster Reborn?
It's also foil.
Anybody? You're not about the foil?
I mean, I'm just saying. It's pretty good. Select one monster card. Place it on the field under your control. Oh, I can choose which defense position or attack.
You can also choose if it's from your graveyard or your opponent's.
You're right.
You're right. That's a thing.
Because those are the things that happen.
So we're trying to get up on the directory because, Twitch hates us.
Well, I don't necessarily think it's Twitch, but Monster Reborn. There's a lot going on in the Magic world, There's like 18 channels going on right now. Caleb Durwald. But hey guys, what's up?
Week
Nice
number
to see
10.
you.
We're here. And it's not for a Yu-Gi-Oh stream.
It's not. I mean, it could be. Actually, I gotta talk to you about something after.
We're starting a Yu-Gi-Oh stream.
Yeah. We'll get things started, but we're going to talk later, don't worry. But what's going on, guys? Happy Monday to you. It is currently 6:36. We are on week number 10 of Season 3. The final week. And, yeah, see, we got lots of people in the Magic stream.
I know, but, we're up there. We should be up there. That's the problem.
Be up there.
Above these 0 and 1 viewers.
Look.
I'm not trying to cause problems.
We haven't even been going a year
There we
yet.
go. We're in it. That's all I cared about.
We're in it.
Getting up there. We haven't even gone a year yet, and Nan's trash talking people that he doesn't even know. All right, so.
You ready now?
I'm ready now.
All
I'm
right,
done.
perfect.
We're, take a breather. Whew. Hi, guys.
And Gabby.
Oh, yeah. See, we're not going to get above them, but we're here for week number 10, the 10th and final week of Season 3. So that means we have the Deciders happening tonight.
This is quite the week.
It is.
And
I mean, 9 and 10 are always the most intense weeks of the season.
Yeah.
So.
And the thing is, everything was pretty quiet, 1 through 8. We get to 9, we get to 10, and things start to get a little heated. Just a little bit. Like, there are people that are gunning for spots.
Yeah.
And, they're not happy about their positions, and they're rethinking their lives throughout the season. And they're like,
wow.
Well, should I have missed 1, 2, or even 4 weeks worth? But then they're still in the top 8 currently as of week number 9, and you're like, well, I guess you could afford to lose.
Right? A couple points here and
weeks,
there.
But yeah, I've got people asking me about this bracket, like left and right.
Oh, cool. Guess what? You have to wait till the end.
Yeah, you do. You gotta wait directly to the end.
Unless you are a backer on Patreon, because they got it last night.
Wow.
Just saying.
Look at that.
The perks that come with being a backer on Patreon. You guys get some stuff before everybody else does. But speaking of our patron donors, we want to say thank you to all of you guys out there.
Just ride that segue all the way to it, dude. Just holy moly.
So we've got 2, of course, big ones to thank. Our table judge extraordinaire, Eminem, Dionysus Bacchus, there over at Cork Street Taverns. They got some great food, so if you're in Winchester playing at events, check them out.
There you go.
They're delicious. We've also do all our recording over at Comic Kung Fu, which, of course, Trip is our other top patron donor at high enough backer level to be able to be a part of the personal sponsorship for the stream. And then, of course, Matthew Manson, who is not at the high enough backer level, but is in there to, of course, get mentioned amongst them. Doesn't have a personal sponsorship, but still at a good spot, so he can be able to be thanked that way. We've also got some of you awesome viewers sitting at home who have helped make the stream so awesome.
What are you playing? Never mind. Drewski Brew, dude, thank you so much. We've got Atticus, our mystery donor. We've got Tetradamus. We've got Lila Goy from Nate Hop 34. Burgleton, Stormdust 07, Badger 934, Strong Smash, Weeaboo Wet Dream. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And I just, from the bottom of my heart, from Nan's heart, from from Modern Magic Mondays. Thank
Yes.
you guys so much. Because without you guys, we could not do this. Well, we could, but, you know, it wouldn't be as exciting as it's Season 3 of Modern Magic Mondays. Our Player Invitational. We have... This week, we put up brackets. We put up the bracket.
The official bracket.
We'll have fantasy drafts for anyone that wants to play at home after you see the bracket, that you can kind of, you know, write them in, type them in, send them to us, which the winner is... We're doing stickers again?
Yes.
Nice. If you get the closest to the bracket, you get a sticker.
Maybe we'll do something big for somebody if they get everything correct.
Oh.
Maybe we'll do something big for them.
Nice.
But if you, as long as you're the closest or one of the people closest last season, we had 3 people that tied.
Yes.
So they got stickers that way.
Yeah.
But if you get everything correct, we'll do something big for you. But everybody else will be getting a sticker that way. So we've got that set up. We'll be doing the recording on December 20th. For those that are, you know, at the shop and wondering about that. Then we're going to have a little bit of a break, I guess, if you will.
Yeah, you know, the holiday season.
That's what it is.
You know.
But we have something fun planned, which is all up to date and ready to go for that.
Nice.
We're going to be doing a cube event. Do you know what that card is?
This is a forest with some writing on it.
Aether Revolt card.
Sure.
No, so we're doing a cube draft for the holidays, and we'll stream that up because I got my Ravnica cube all up to date and ready to go. And we'll be doing some fun stuff with that. We're going to try some point of view draft videos for it, and then we'll just do some tournament stuff with the cube. And we're going to do the actual invitational in January. The actual
live stream like we're doing right
it.
now. Yes.
We also are going to have interviews, all that kind of extra content set up for it.
Yeah.
And there's a local event that's taking place in January.
Yes.
That we're going to do coverage for.
Yep. So here's the skinny. Incredible Cards and Games, which is going to be... Who's invited this cube draft? Very good question. We will get to that.
We will.
Incredible Cards and Games on January 7th. It's in Front Royal, Virginia. Probably about 20-25 minutes from where we are currently. Mm-hmm. And another shop that's going to... Yes, restore balance. Excellent. Smart. There's the right there. There is going to be a free... FREE free $0 modern event. Nothing it costs. Just show up and play. It's going to be a tournament. We will be there, or me. I will be there.
I sadly will not be
recording
there live.
all the matches. Well, not all of them, but the feature matches that we will put up, just like we normally do. Mm-hmm. And then once we have everything together, we got the whole tournament from start to finish. We will be putting it up on stream like we've done in the past with...
SCG IQs.
Yeah, the SCG IQs that we've done. And after that, you know, it'll just be another day. So definitely, if you're in the area, come on out to Front Royal. Incredible Cards and Games. He is looking to up his store level. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but he's looking to hit that 40 to 50 player mark.
Which is actually really important for shops.
Yes.
Amount of product that they will receive and things like that, and the amount of tournaments that they're able to run and all that kind of good stuff there. So definitely important if you guys are in the area, want to play some Modern, and want a chance to get on camera. It's around the holiday season, so maybe you guys are not, busy during that weekend and able to take a little drive up this way.
Come say hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be there. But to go back to Charles Biscuits.
About the cube.
Yo, Muscles.
Woohoo!
Following the stream. What's up, dude? Oh no, it's the bearded one along with his sidekick beardless one. Nice.
The beard's getting pretty intense.
It is. November passed already, right?
I know, but it's cold outside, and the soles protect my face. So,
Sure.
as you were saying with Biscuit, though.
Yeah, so, truthfully, I didn't know how you wanted to play that, so that's why. That was my own little segue of, yo! And Man's here!
So, we have 4 spots accounted for already for the cube.
Yep.
And that leaves us with 4 other spots available. So what I was thinking is we would go tomorrow.
Okay.
And see who is interested in wanting to do the draft. And then, like, if there's a bunch of people, then we can just, randomize it and do, like, a lottery pick for the last 4 spots.
Okay.
If there's only, like, 4 people or something like that. Then,
perfect.
Then it works out
If there's
great.
less than 4, then we'll find someone else.
Yeah, because sadly, I'm too many cards away from making it a good 16-man cube. So I shaved it down, streamlined it a little bit more, so it's going to be a really good 8-man cube.
Nice.
So,
combos.
And that'll be a good way to, like, test it out, too, for the recording process of it. If it goes well, then it'll be something that we'll continue to do in the future.
Nice. All right, so I got some sad news. Oh, no.
Well, you're in luck because round 1 we do have some Lantern. I already know that ahead of time.
We do have some Lantern controls.
So before we get into the rounds and all that, we have some points to go over real quick.
Sure.
Because this is the important one.
Yo! Restore balance. Dude, thank you so much for that follow.
Thanks.
In case I can't make it out tomorrow to tell you in person. There we go.
Cool. So we got Biscuit on there. On the list. All right, so here's our point standings. This is the thing we've been talking about. You can also see it on the Twitch channel as well. It'll sit here and go over how we're doing for our points, because the top 8, where you can see the lovely Phyrexian mana symbol there, as the cutoff. So we've got Lyle, Ben Farabee, TJ, Josh, Julia, Chris, Jeremy, and Dwayne as our official top 8 if we cut it off of now. But we do have this final week to determine who is going to be making it in. So there was a great write-up that Eminem did about it. We need to get that so we can link that up too, because I know it's on the channel, but it's also really small. We can't make it bigger. So we'll link it up and post that around too for those that have missed it, because it was a really good write-up about it. But like, it basically talked about the last couple of spots and what they need to do to be able to make it in and stuff like that. So
sick. Players to watch out for. Let's go ahead and just get that out there.
Yes.
My pick, hands down, Julia Heath. I mean, I believe it's already locked in.
Yes.
Julia, obviously, hands down, gonna go all the way. I'm calling it right now.
Okay.
She's gonna do it. But we do have a couple of people. You've got Tim, you've got Dwayne, you've got Jeremy, you've got Jamie, and
you can say Chris is in there too, because he's right on that cusp of. I think he needs to win 1 to lock in.
Chris Carosa?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So does have to work a little bit there. Can't just kind of phone it in and not show up So. All right. So those are the players to keep in mind, and I'm pretty sure we had it set up so the only people on camera are people that are already in the top 8 or contention for the top 8.
Okay.
To try to make it exciting, because it is the last week and stuff like that. And I did talk about seeing Lantern control on camera, so why don't we slide over?
Let's do it.
Round number 1.
Hang out. Don't go anywhere. We've got mana.
Oh, we can talk about that while this is getting started.
We've got mana that you can gamble and do all sorts of sweet things with. And you know what? I believe I have this right. Get in there. Gamble that stuff away. As we get ready, we've got Lantern Control versus the nice Rudlow. Welcome. The Tron Eldrazi, as we have been calling it, from Chris Carosa. Ryan Carter on Lantern Control.
Okay, so Jeremy is giving the official. Hey, the points were where I need 1 point to lock in, and anything above me was already locked in. Okay, cool. So we've got Chris Carosa, of course, in the top 8 currently, trying to kind of push himself further into it. Then he is rocking out his Tron Eldrazi list that he's got there, because he was rocking out the black-white Eldrazi for a while, the Death and Taxes style for a bit, and then he's since gone over to just this kind of pure Tron Eldrazi stuff. And Ryan has been one of our players who's been trying really hard to get better with lantern control. We've seen him quite a bit over these last couple of weeks, actually.
I was going to say, despite the fact that he is working towards getting better with lantern control, he's actually doing quite well. And I saw a very funny comic about lantern control.
Oh yeah,
from Cardboard Crack. And they were like, "Hey, what's the win condition to lantern control?" And then it's like flashbacks to all of the like lantern control matches that this player has played.
Oh no!
And it's just people that just like rage quit,
yeah,
and walk out. They're like, "Oh, what is this deck? I can't even
table flip."
And he's like, "Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. I never got into it.
I'm just gonna wait it out and see what happens."
Yeah. Guess I should go make some dinner. I'll be back in 50 plus minutes.
Well, this is like one thing that's nice about Ryan is when he has like game one pretty much in the books, he asks the player if they want to like
continue.
Yeah, it basically when it gets to the point where it's like, okay, I'm 100% locked in here. You might be down to like 15, 20 cards left in your library. Maybe you might draw something if you're have like 5 fetches built up and want to shuffle your library a whole bunch of times, but I've got like 4 or 5 mill effects on the field right now. I've got the lantern, I've got ensnaring bridges, like I've got everything locked up. If you want, we could just go to game 2 and I'll take the win here because to save you some time, or we can play it out. It's up to you.
Nice guy.
So
nice guy.
Because some players will just like sit with it and they're like, well, let's drag it on. And then they run out of time near the end where they could have maybe snuck in an extra win or something.
What are you saying, dude?
I'm saying that
I would.
Well, but see, I also...
You like time?
I took the time and was like, you know what? Let's go to game 2. Won game 2.
And then you had time for game 3.
And then I had time for game 3. So...
Alright. Okay. Alright.
But I was playing a quicker deck. If you're playing a slower deck, then, I don't know, maybe you just kind of...
Alright, let's go to game 2.
Yeah. It's choices here. So the players are deciding. They both ended up mulliganing and both going to be scrying those to the bottom here.
You're like a quarterback at that point.
Right, yeah.
Having to, manage the clock. I got you, dude.
Right?
Sports references.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we play Magic or something. It only takes one win, yo. Mm-hmm. And here we go. Lantern of Insight for Ryan to start things off.
So, of course, revealing that top card for both players. You already see a Spell Sky coming down. Mox Opal.
Chris with the Tron. I mean, the tower. I mean, I see the tower, and I just immediately think, okay, cool. Tron's activated. Sick.
He's got to keep his top card reveal. All right, Mana Reshaper up on the top. Ooh, Tezzeret early.
Wow.
So, Ryan's really hoping to get himself a ensnaring bridge down early against the Eldrazi deck, and having the ways to protect it like the Spellskite in case some big dumb Eldrazi comes around that just starts exiling stuff, because that deck runs those.
Sure. Matter Reshaper coming down for Chris. Also perfect to note, I believe Reshaper is the one that when he dies you flip the top.
Yes.
Nice. All right, so a little bit of a bonus here for having the lantern on the field. Chris is going to know what's going to be flipped over if he loses his Reshaper. I don't foresee that happening, however.
Yeah, not at this point here. So he reveals a lantern, upticking Tezzeret here.
Yep. And show me... Is that an Inventor's Fair?
Yes.
Okay.
So something that he's added in there and actually does enjoy. Oh, there's an Ulamog on top now. Looks like we might be short on some mana here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, still no.
Still no Kaladesh. We're almost to
about
Aether
to,
Revolt.
Yep. And we'll see another uptick from Tezzeret.
Nice. Show me an artifact.
That's nice.
Great. Ensnaring Bridge. Let's play it.
And
cards in hand?
He got? 2?
3. Oh, Reshapers are still live. Not anymore.
Another lantern. So now, got to make sure he's got at least, saying, hey, I've got 2. Anything with power less than that is able to attack, but let's reveal your top card, please.
Is that Ghoul Caller's Bell?
Ghoul Caller's Bell on top. One of those mill effects that he's trying to hope for here. Wow, 3 Matter Reshapers and still no land. I mean, this land's sitting on the top, but there's no way he's going to be drawing that. Ooh, Kodak Shredder's nice.
Jeez. And the Ghoul Caller's Bell comes down. Big question time. Should I go for Lantern or keep Fishes? Coming from Muscles, dude. What do you recommend?
Muscles, what's the other deck you have? I know you have at least 2. Merfolk and something else, and I can't remember what the other one was.
Reality Smasher, Ulamog, Warping Whale, and Mystery Card that I can't really make out.
So he surgical that. So yeah, that I think is his Endbringer, the promo.
Oh, is it the promo Endbringer? Dredge.
So I would say I'm a big fan of having multiple decks that are different styles. So like, if I'm getting tired of playing one matchup or like one deck for a while, I like to switch to something that is trying to do something different than that. So, I like Lantern Control is very different from Merfolk, very different from Dredge.
True.
So, but I then again I don't like to get rid of modern cards. I like to just collect them so I can play so many different decks.
So what you're saying is you are perpetually in the hole.
Yes.
Got it. Speaking of perpetually being in the hole, if anyone from the shop has Azuzas,
we could use them.
That I could potentially borrow for tomorrow evening. Mismatched Needles?
Yes, Mismatched Needles.
Otherwise, we're going to have to go shopping because Azuzas are needed. Like, real bad.
Yeah, we noticed the difference between the Azusa game and the non-Azusa game.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we've got some sideboards up for you guys. Let's see. I have exactly 1.
1 is better than none.
We have exactly 1.
We have 1.
Anyway, let's get back to the game.
Who would you like to read off?
You know what? I'm going to let you read Lantern Control because I just know how much you love that deck. But Chris is rocking 1 Batterskull, 1 Sword of Fire and Ice, 1 Surgical Extraction, 1 All Is Dust, 3 Relic of Progenitus, 2 Filigree Familiar, card from Kaladesh, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 3 Ratchet Bomb, and 2 Pithing Needle. I believe your Pithing Needles need to come in to target some of those pesky artifacts that are going to be causing him some problems. I think the Ratchet Bombs are fine here always as well. Just to kind of, he's going to be playing a lot of bigger creatures, so those Ratchet Bombs are going to be nice in blowing up those cheap artifacts.
Yeah, I think... So Chris is running the Chalice version. So he's got Chalice main. Okay. So I'm much more willing to have him bring in Ratchet Bombs compared to the Pithing Needles, because he has to be careful if he's sitting there and like, all right, I need some good draws here. I have Chalice sitting on 1. Oh, here's a Pithing Needle. Well, that's a dead draw.
Sure.
But you make the good point of that he needs to have a way to interact with some of the artifacts that Ryan's using. But I don't mind him maybe like feeling like, all right, I'll bring in 3 Ratchet Bombs and 1 Pithing Needle if he has a bunch of dead cards in his deck that he needs to shave out. Sure. But I think having the Chalice over Pithing Needle can be more beneficial, because once there's like 1 or 2 artifacts down, okay, that's fine. You have your Lantern, you have your Ghoul Caller's Bell, but you're not going to be playing any more 1-drop spells. The rest of it's not really where he wants to be. So, what's Filigree Familiar? Do you remember?
I believe he's like a 1/2 or something like that, some sort of bro, and you get mana or draw a card when he dies. Welcome to Modern Magic Mondays, where we give you the Urban Dictionary Oracle text What do we got here? When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. He's a 2/2 for 3. And when he dies, you draw a card.
Oh, okay.
All right, so it's not too bad. I bet you that's probably for a little bit more card advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just if he's running low on cards in his hand.
Makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about Ryan's board, because he does have a lot of one-ofs you'll see across his, a lot of kind of toolbox style for his sideboard. 1 Pyroclasm, 1 Spellskite, 1 Mindlock Orb, 2 Welding Jar, 3 Leyline of Sanctity, 1 Collective Brutality, 2 Grafdigger's Cage, 1 Ancient Grudge, 1 Nature's Claim, 1 Surgical Extraction, and 1 Thought Seeds here. I like him bringing in the Spellskite from some of those Enter the Battlefield Exile effects. You can kind of redirect them. I also like the Ancient Grudge because you have, you can assume that, there's probably some annoying artifacts that might come in, like Pithing Needle, or maybe he runs a challenge in his version, I don't know, but there's things like that I need to be careful of. Ratchet Bomb is another one that he needs to be worried about. Welding Jar might be a good one to bring in, even just a one-of, like, just kind of do a sprinkling of these 3 cards here to see how he's at and kind of test the waters for game number 2. And then if he sees, like, more Ratchet Bombs or more removal, then he can be like, oh, okay, I need to make sure I have the second Welding Jar, and so on and so forth. So,
okay, all right. So we'll see what we're bringing. We got 7 cards coming down for both of our players. See if we can maybe keep 7 instead of going to 6.
Yeah, both of them did have to.
I think Chris will probably be happy about that, keeping a full grip.
So he actually see a couple more lands for something he had a little bit of struggle with.
Ugh. Does have a Chalice of the Void. Plays the temple, passes back. Ryan says, "Hey, what you got?"
Oh, so there's that chalice that can be stripped away.
Yep. If you have a Chalice of the Void, what is Ryan most worried about? Chalice on
1, I feel.
1? Okay.
Yeah. Your Land of Insight, your Ancient Stirrings, your Ghoul Caller's Bell, Codex Shredder,
pretty much
Surgical Extraction.
Good portion of the deck.
Yeah, most of the stuff that he wants to be doing is going to be around that mana cost.
So Reshaper is going to come down. 4 mana for all those Eldrazi spells for Chris. You guys remember that time when that Eldrazi deck came out?
Oh, the wintertime?
It was a little cold.
We're getting cold right now, too.
A little cold. And Pithing Needle coming down. Naming. We got rid of 1, so I'm curious as to what he named.
Maybe Expedition Map?
Maybe. It seems like a fine target.
Yeah.
Especially looking at what he had in his hand. I believe he had, one of the Tron pieces, but 3 temples is pretty good.
Oh my.
Kablam.
Endbringer coming out, and
Ryan saying, "Hey, Ensnaring Bridge, dude, please, dude, please." Nice, right on time. Mox Opal making a purple.
Endbringer, can it deal damage to a person, or is it just creature? Deal 1 damage? Do you tap it?
Okay. It can.
Because that might be something that can help get around the Ensnaring Bridge here. Collective Brutality coming up. Choosing... Oh, yeah, because he looked at his hand.
Yeah.
That's why.
Strats.
All right.
Naming Eldrazi Temple?
Look how you can actually see that. You know,
we got a pretty good judge.
We do. There's a map. Pass.
You know, the next thing that we need to do is plug a headset into the laptop and have Eminem just kind of recite everything for us. And then we can play it in our ears while and then it's like we're almost to Star City quality.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No.
Right? Someone tell him that. I'm not going to.
So here's this swan thing. He gets to look at the top like for an artifact and put it into his hand. The rest in the bottom, I guess he whiffs. But there's a Codex Shredder.
Nice.
We're missing a lantern though. Cracking the map. Let's go looking for some land, shall we? He says, "Hey, I really could use some more mana."
Sure. Oh, it's running the crane.
Yeah, Glint Nest Crane, something new that Ryan's been trying out. You know, because there's times where you're like, man, I really could use my Ensnaring Bridge right now, or I really could use this artifact right now. Let me see if I can find it. Just extra ways to help him out.
Does Chris now have a playset of Eldrazi temples?
He does.
Man.
So
seems pretty good.
9 mana here.
Oh.
Chalice on 1 looks like.
Can't stop that one.
Can't stop, won't stop. Well, we're also 1 mana short of Ulamog if that was a draw that Chris was able to get.
True. The bridge is already out, so...
Yeah. Ghost Quarter. Well... There he is.
Cast.
Targeting.
Exile.
These 2.
You sure?
Those 2.
Quite certain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He says, hey, I'm going to go find myself another Ensnaring Bridge.
Sure. Chris will be able to get a pretty healthy swing in, though, after Endbringer's live to attack.
Yeah, I mean...
You got 2 Endbringers, you have 1... That is another Endbringer, correct? 2 of them?
Yes.
Okay. And then the Matter is Shaper.
Says, okay, those are exiled, that's fine.
Yep. Bring the team.
Move to combat.
Bam.
And block
Crane.
1. Pew.
Gotta go to 9.
And ready to cast that Ensnaring Bridge this time. But this is a very different game too. Seeing Chris having the mana compared to last game where he was only stuck on 3. No cards in hand, looks like. Or 1 card in hand. Let's see. Blending in with our table. Our awesome playmat. Alright. This might be another pass-go stage here. Oh no, he's got Endbringers that he can ping.
Ping for 1. Because they untap.
Yes, they do during your opponent's upkeep as well as yours.
Yeah. So, nice little way to get around the bridge and deal a little bit of damage.
Mm-hmm. Lack of Needle helping out.
Oh. Wow. That's what I hear is just good deck building.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, just being able to draw exactly what you need right on top. Mm-hmm. Holy moly.
Well, I mean, you put down a pithing needle, and then he goes, response. Oh, wait a minute. Chalice of the Void's on 1.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Oh, no. Oh, no. Does it resolve? Dude, please.
No.
Oh, dude, no.
Oh, no. Alright. Pings.
It doesn't resolve, though, right?
It will if he forgets about it.
It resolved. Nice. Wow.
Oh, no,
all right,
Chris.
Guys. So let's talk about some things. Let's talk about what happened.
Okay.
Let's talk about Chalice of the Void.
Yeah.
Very important about this card is the fact that you can play said spell, but it is up to the person controlling the chalice to say counter that spell.
Now, if you ever miss your own triggers on chalice, judge can get called and you get in some serious trouble for it. Like, I mean, you're not supposed to miss triggers anyway, but like, since it's already like resolved and everything, Eminem's there, and they do this whole discussion about it, like with the whole miss trigger stuff, and I can't explain it well enough because I'm not a judge to go over that sort of stuff there. But what is it? We got the Rush saying, "I'm gonna build Eldrazi Tron. Seems fun." Like, if you like Battlecruiser Magic, this is the deck for you. Because it's very creature based, very in your face, and it's got a lot of hate built into it with the chalices and things like that. Map. Oh, so like right here, the map would be countered.
Again?
Judge. Chalice is a good card when it works.
It's pretty okay. Chalice is hard.
Chalice is hard, you know. Cheat count 1. Oh, we're back on that. Cheat count 1.
Ghost Quarter. Blow up one of those guys.
Have you shuffle your library a little bit?
I mean, I would, after drawing that second pithing needle right on time.
Miss detrimental trigger, looking at extra cards, drawing extra cards. He's out of there. And the Rush saying, doesn't he have Chalice on 1? He does. Yep, he does have it. So, I wish we had Eminem in chat.
I know.
To go over like what would happen in this situation if it was like a major tournament or something like that. I thought I saw Ben in chat. He's trying to be a judge. I don't know. Oh, you see our camera moved a little bit? That's when Jamie came over and sat at the table. It was like bumping into it. But don't forget, guys, by just sitting and hanging out in chat, you're getting extra mana, and we give out a bonus. Another map just came down. Did I miss that second map? Oh, we get a bonus at the end for for watching our Lantern Control matchup.
We brought you mana just because of Lantern Control.
Does this chalice just not have text on it? It's a full art.
I don't know. It works.
You know, it's over in the corner by Ryan's Exiled. He just assumed it was just Exiled. Chalice's alt text 30 seconds after it's played. Alright, Codex Shredders are coming down.
Chalice.
That's another 1 cost. They're both just... Oh, now... Yes! Eminem is here! Oh, maybe that was... Yeah, I think that was the problem, too. Because Jamie came over and was, like, bumping the table. So Eminem's talking to Jamie. And, yeah, we missed the...
What a game. It got rid of 1 Ensnaring Bridge and 1 Pithing Needle on Endbringer.
And look, they're back.
Okay, now he steps in.
It is kind of easy to forget Chalice, like, especially when you have like such a big board state of creatures.
Pithing Needle.
No, wait, no.
Counter.
We just talked about this.
Literally, Chalice the Void is just a card, just a permanent.
It's just
doesn't mean anything anymore.
Hey, Codex Shredder has a second line of text. Besides just like milling a card.
Oh.
You can pay 5 mana and return a card from your graveyard to your hand and sacrifice Codex Shredder.
That seems really relevant. Why don't people talk more about that?
Well, and I actually completely forgot about the second line of text until we were doing the draft for the Ravnica Cube, and I returned Glimpse the Unthinkable.
Wow.
I know. Rude dude.
Does nobody care about the rules?
It is useless. You're playing Infect. You can't cast 1 converted mana cost. Yeah, that's why you're seeing players start to run extra cards in there that are 2 converted mana costs to get rid of artifacts and stuff. So this is something I want to play with.
Seems a little janky.
Yeah, I know. I gotta adjust it. It doesn't have 60 yet, though.
Oh.
That's another thing. But
where the cards are made up and CMC doesn't matter.
Yeah. I played against Chris later that night. He countered 2 of his own spells, one after another in the same turn. Well, I don't know. Abrupt Decay. Oh.
Okay. Can we Abrupt Decay that Chalice?
Right? Well, there's a Ratchet Bomb now, though.
Just so we can not
So he's
going
to tick that Ratchet Bomb up to 3.
Nice.
And he's going to say, bye-bye Ensnaring Bridge. I'm going to make you cry when I swing in for game. Because it's got the Thought-Knot Seer, 2 Endbringers out there. So
I don't know how I feel about him winning at this point, though. To be truth with you.
Well,
I mean, I love Chris.
Wait a minute.
Oh. Blew it up on 1. What Chalice?
Wait a minute. Why did he not tick it up to 3?
No, this is all in jest. I mean, this is...
What happened?
This is why we do this. This is why we...
It's to learn.
We're learning.
Both for players and our viewers at home. We're trying to educate everybody across the board. Like, oh yeah, because it's like... Wait a minute.
Ping.
How many cards does he have in his hand? Oh, he's pinging him now. Oh, that's why he's doing it. He just says, I don't care about attacking you. I don't have time to waste getting up to 3. I'm just going to ping you with Endbringers.
Ping.
getting some discussion going from the players here. We're seeing
Lantern of Insight, right on time.
Countered. Ping. Untap. Ping. So, going to game number 3. Chalice of the Void. Good card when you remember it's there. So...
Oh, look at you go.
I was ready tonight.
Wow.
You like this?
I am so impressed right now. Holy moly. I'm going to go ahead and read Chris Carotz's sides in, sides out for this match.
Mm-hmm.
He brings in the 3 Ratchet Bombs and the 2 Pithing Needles and decides that whole Dismember plan.
Right, so he's running, looks like, 3 of them main board.
Yep, and 1 Spatial Contortion. So 3 Dismember and 1 Spatial Contortion going to come out.
Yeah.
And he adds an extra card, it looks like. 5 cards in, 4 cards out.
Yeah, I mean, you sit there and you're like, alright, these are all dead cards. I gotta get rid of them here. I need to draw one of these cards to help me out in case I don't get one of my chalices.
Sure.
Or even if I do, you know?
You know.
So, like, I think that makes sense based on where he wants to be. Those are the cards that are most worth it to bring in this sort of situation. So, game 3, we do see a little bit of adjustments to the sideboard for Ryan. He originally switched out a Duress for Collective Brutality that we got to see for game 2, but then he decided, I need some Ancient Grudges and Nature's Claim, and takes out 2 more Duresses there. So, basically trying to have some ways to deal with some of the artifacts like Ratchet Bombs and things like that. So, not going to opt for the Welding Jars because the Exile effects won't save it from the Welding Jars. So, Ratchet Bomb, yeah, but meh. Better to destroy that before the Ratchet Bomb gets to be too big. Alright, players presenting decks, getting ready to go. Now, Ryan's been one of the players that has started to put up better results near the end of the season, but was still close to making top 8. I think he was 12th or something like that going into this week. Maybe lower than that.
Maybe a little bit lower. It's
but yeah,
I
mean, he's in the top 16. Yeah. All right. Ryan's looking through his hands, feeling comfortable with it, it looks like. Chris going to be shuffling up again. Because and then flipping the table over missed chalice triggers would be pretty spectacular. Yeah, that would be actually. Pink.
So we're going to 7 cards. Let's see what we got.
No.
Chris says absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe Ryan's keeping.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of shuffling around, floating.
That's his thinking shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he knows what's in his hand. He's just trying to decide, is this something that I want? I want to say maybe he's keeping. I think he would have made the decision already.
He says, hey, if you're keeping, don't forget to scry.
Looks like a map on top.
Nice guy.
And
let me Thoughtseize you.
Nice. Going to 18.
What do you want to strip away? That's a relatively slow hand for Chris. But,
rips Spell Skite out.
Mm-hmm.
Tower, map.
Oh.
Boom.
Pithing Needle naming spells, or naming the map, because Spellskite's gone now. He's like, well, you don't have to worry about you doing redirects or doing anything crazy like that.
And Ancient Stirrings.
Ancient Stirrings. Map. Eminem being awesome, writing stuff down for us. Oh, that's nice too, putting it underneath there so he doesn't even try to like crack it or nothing. Pass. We got to see a Codex Shredder get revealed. There's the Collective Brutality. Looks like it's the game day, or what's the pre-release?
Yep, and looks like the whale's gonna come in. Looks like maybe, was it, did he choose to get the Scion off that Warping Whale?
Yes, looks like that's what he opted for here.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, just to get it out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense.
Wow. School callers, Codex says please.
Shred.
No,
Shred.
no, and
Shred. Ooh.
And let's both mill.
Great. Draws a tower. Plays Thought-Knot Seer.
No cards in hand. But a 4/4 is not a bad threat without an Ensnaring Bridge down.
True.
Summer Void.
Shred. Shred. Shred.
Yeah, getting rid of like those Endbringers and stuff is pretty nice.
Draw.
I mean, a Lantern would really help out Ryan here.
Ghost Quarter.
So would Ensnaring Bridge more than anything, though, once we start to see some crazy stuff start
Combat.
happening for Chris. Oh, another.
Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, so 8 damage currently on the board.
Mm-hmm.
And Ghost Quarter are going to come down and...
So that was the land that if you have no cards in your hand, you can draw a card off of. I forgot the name of
Seagate
it.
Wreckage?
That one. Something that Ryan's also running in his.
I need to find a new job.
Yeah.
Naming cards for you is just not...
It's not doing
It's not paying the bills.
No, that's true. It's not.
It's just fun.
And that's why I could never be a really good commentator, because I can never remember the name of cards ever.
I mean, if you did it all the time.
I still couldn't remember.
No?
They'd all get mixed up in my head, like a John G and stuff like that.
John G.
That's how that happens.
Bringing it
when
back.
I go and try to start talking and don't ask for your help. 9 minutes left.
8 damage going to be coming across. Smash. Goes this. Wow. 3 towers, 3 Thought-Knot Seers.
What more do you need?
What more do you need? Let's mill the top. There's a Reshaper.
Oh no. Ancient Stirrings would have really helped, because he could have better chance of being able to pull that Ensnaring Bridge.
Shred. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a bell. Bong.
Pong.
There we go. Found it. It's my new sound. Shred me. Shred me.
If only... Oh, no. There was the ensnaring
But
bridge.
he's got 5. With his Shredder.
Yeah, but this is...
Oh, he couldn't play it, though.
Yeah, you can't play it.
Dang it.
Oh, no.
Sadness.
There's the hand.
Stack.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Chris. Able to take it.
Let's get some bonus to all our viewers that stuck with us during the shenanigans that were happening on camera there. And as we talked about, you can use some mana, gamble it away. We're going to have some other stuff. Because you've been doing stuff on your stream with yours, right? Has that been working out? You have, like, high goals now set up for your stream.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was pretty willy-nilly with my in-stream currency. I was giving out, like, hundreds of thousands and, like, just
nothing for this yet, so you get some mana. Or silver points for you. Silver points for you.
I started putting
back too
rewards, and I was like, wait, this stuff costs, like, 5,000 and 6,000, and I was like, I need to really make them earn this.
I gotta jack up the prices now.
Immediately I went from, like, giving away thousands to, like, 100. Like,
nice.
Here's 100.
Here you go.
Hang out. Do your thing.
You give, like, big bonuses at the end of the night still? Like, maybe, like, 500?
So...
Or, like...
Yeah, so basically I'll give one big bonus, like, on Saturday after we PB'd. I gave out, you know, the total, which was the time, so it was, like, 3 hours and 3 minutes and 19 seconds. So it was, like, you know, 30,319 silver points.
Oh, cool.
You know, so if, like, you were there at the end, you earned it. You earned it.
Good job.
Good job, you.
Good job, you.
But here we are, getting ready to go into round number 2. Now, we have 4 rounds tonight.
Only 4.
Instead of the normal 5.
Which is something that has happened across almost all seasons now. Week 10 has always the smallest turnout of any week, I feel, or close to it, because the people that have been grinding out or just coming and playing and are like, oh, it's the last week, I'm not making top 8. Well, you know what? I'll miss a week before the next season starts. I don't need to be there for it. And then a lot of times the players that do show up are like the really hardcore players that are like, I'm really close to the top 8, or I'm playing for better seed. So that is something to keep in mind with the 10th and final week as we go and look at our points totals, which are a little bit smaller than usual. And some of our players that maybe needed some points did not get it. But some of the players that were in need of it, so like TJ is in the top 8. Tim is trying to get into the top 8. Actually, I think that puts him into the top 8. No, he is at 58 points right now. Needs one more win to lock in against Dwayne. Because even if Dwayne's not here, he could still have made it if, like, Tim bombs out and Jamie bombs out. Lyle got a match win there. Chris got a match win, and Jamie got a match win there. Ben also was able to win his round there. So we've got a couple people with no points within the top 8 there. Jeremy and Julia are some of the ones that we're looking at for trying to see how they make it amongst the top 8 competitors there. So let's slide over to round 2.
Let's do it.
Let's keep it moving.
I mean, this is what we're here for. We're here for the bracket.
A lot of players